place I've ever been.
Hello guys, welcome back to another Lumley Trading Recap. Today's April 14th. We made $413 or just over 1% on the account. Heads up, Coinbase did IPO today. Didn't end up trading it because I can't really do any of my criteria on a stock that's only just launched because the deviations just won't be respected. And also it'll be so volatile that even like whole dollar resistances and stuff like that just won't matter. So yeah, we didn't trade that, but it has now IPO'd. So we'll go from biggest winner to smallest, the first one being WKEY. This was a nice trade, and if you're in the Discord, actually brought it up at 1 PM. Said I was looking at this, ready to play it as it comes out, and that's what I ended up doing. So at 10 past, I believe, 5 minutes past, it unhalted. So had my limit orders out at 75 and 11, got filled on both of those, ended up actually getting a better fill than my limit at 11.06, so our average was here, pushed up there. Again, we weren't really looking to enter again until 11.50, so nearly there but not quite. Faded down, and we basically just locked in profits on the fade down. We claimed in 50 at 10.75, that's just because that's where you got that $1/4 resistance. We could have had a bounce off, so reduce some risk, and then we could have a stop at break even. So that's why we played it like that, and then ended up just getting that fade down. Did end up fading down quite a lot of the way. However, with these kind of shorts, I don't like staying the whole way down, just because they could just quite as easily go up as they did down. So next biggest one was on TV. This was right at market open, I believe. Actually, I'll filter this by tickers so that it's all together. Yep, quite early in the day at 9:38. So we had our deviations drawn out. This is the 4-hour and the daily third resistance. Shorted, it did it in one candle, we got filled with both, and then that ended up being the high of the day, faded down. Our break even was the 13.50, because we did actually add in some, I think just before, 50 shares. That's just because it did end up looking a bit weak around here. Yeah, it kind of just looked weak around this area, so I didn't know if we would get the original fade. So I had 50 shares just so we had some size if it never hit our deviations. But didn't affect our average all that much. And then, yeah, we just traded the fade down until we came into the VWAP. So not a massive move, but we had relatively large size, so it made a nice win. On to the next one is TIGR. Let's go over to here. Don't remember when we traded this. We traded this at 10. Oh, it looks like we traded it twice. Okay, so at 10.50 we traded it the first time at was it the $1/2 resistance? Yep, 20.50 $1/2 resistance, shorted, and then basically just made our money, locked it in on this fade here. And now this one, so this I took the trade while I was out, so I entered while I was here, but then had my stop loss or profit take while I was out, so that took the profit while I was out. And then I had one entry zone or average zone at 20.95, thinking it would go up first before it faded down. However, I didn't know how to get the order to cancel that one if it ended up filling first, so I came back, filled this one, but we were only up about like 20 cents from it, but it was half sized, so it was only an $8 loss. So instead of me having to watch it, I could just close it out. Don't even know if it would have mattered if we held. Yeah, if we held it for after that, we could have broken even or made a profit, but didn't really care enough. Would rather be out of the position. OCGC or OCGN was the next biggest trade for $50. This we literally got the exact peak, and we were just trading $1/2 resistance because we were oversold on the deviations. Yeah, we didn't have any deviations to trade on the long-term time frame, so I was looking more on the daily time frame. We did start to divert, and we came into a $1/2 resistance, so I thought 300 shares was a good enough short. So shorted that, and we looked in our profits relatively early, coming into these areas here. So around 7.30 was probably our average sell, so just around the 9 EMA. Should have actually held into the VWAP. Don't know why we didn't on this trade, probably because it wasn't a deviation trade, so the strength wasn't as much. It could have bounced up and continued trend after 9 EMA. Last trade on the smallest one was KMPH. I think we had tiny size on this. First trade of the day though, yeah, tiny size, shorted at 1970, so basically again the top of this move. Reason for this, $half resistance, and we were hitting into a deviation on the 1 day 1 minute, so it looked like we would at least get a pullback, so that's what I did. Small size just in case it broke through. We were looking at a bigger ad coming at 9.95, we just didn't get that, so we just had a small size winner, and that worked all well. So that's it on the trade side, but also JPM and Goldman Sachs had their earnings today. Relatively good, they beat expectations by 45%. They do have quite a lot of cash in hand right now because they're not allowed to use as much leverage as well during this time, so that's why you probably saw a lot more volume come in today, because now people know what's happening with the banks. It kind of, we can see what's happening with the economy, so everything's starting to move again. That's why you'll see, if I don't know what you trade, but the volume today would have been much greater than it was yesterday. Don't know if we can really check on here, but yeah, I mean, yeah, if you look at yesterday with barely any volume, today way more, because now people kind of understand what's happening a bit more with the economy. But that's it for the recap. Relatively good day, and well, yeah, that's it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave any comments if you got any, and that's it. Peace.